It has arrived, my XR342CK ultra wide 3440 by 1440 monitor. Not too happy about the condition of the box. As you can see, it probably didn't have the smoothest of transits, but as long as it's all safe inside, I won't have too much of an issue. It's such a huge box. Just want to have a quick look at my Samsung 4K monitor. This monitor is 28 inch next to my Crimson Discord PC, and this is not a small monitor by any means, but it's just going to pale in comparison to this juggernaut. Can't wait to get it out and see what it can do. Looking inside the box now, we do have a few accessories that come with it. So you do get a DisplayPort cable and a HDMI cable, as well as a power cable as well. Some accessories for mounting a VESA mount, and also the power supply itself. The sheer size of this box though is staggering. This is on my double bed and it's pretty much taking up the whole thing. Looking inside the box now, as you can see, it's very well packaged and definitely safe from being broken in transit, although the box isn't in the best condition. Here's a closer look at the accessories on the monitor itself. There's a HDMI, DisplayPort and USB cable. The monitor itself comes completely all done. You don't even need to connect the stand. You literally just pull it out of the box and it's ready to go, which is pretty awesome. So this is the Acer XR342CK in all its glory, and I have to say it looks absolutely fantastic. I cannot get over the sheer surface area upgrade over my 28 inch Samsung. It's staggering, and that slight curve does give you that more of an immersive feeling. It's like your very own cinema screen. It feels surreal. It's kind of a strange experience, but a welcome one, and I'm loving it so far. I've had a while to play around with it. I was able to overclock it to 100 Hz as well, and it has some ambient line options. I've currently got it to red at the moment, but you can turn this off if you wish. So I'm just going to go through the monitor in a bit more detail now. So as I said previously before buying this monitor, it does come stock at 75 Hz, but you can overclock this monitor as well through the Nvidia control panel. So what I did was basically open up the control panel, and then you go to change resolution. It's already at 100 Hz, but I'm just going to go through the method of how I did it. So you click customize and basically create a custom resolution. At this point you can increase the refresh rate. Here it says 100 and that's up from 75, so that, but then you test it and the screen will basically go black, and if it comes back on, it basically means there's a good chance that it's going to be stable, but there's additional testing you could do as well just to make sure that's right. So that's how I come to my 100 Hz. So I'll just quickly go into my display settings just to show you all the other options I have available as well. So as you can see, I have 100 Hz, 85 Hz and 75. So 75 is a stock. I went with 85 because obviously I didn't want to jump straight to 100 just in case it didn't work, but it seems that this monitor is okay when it comes to overclocking, so I basically got pretty lucky with this one. So here are a few of the overclocking validation tests you can do. So many of them you can scroll through. It's a free application as well. You literally just type in monitor refresh rate test and this is the first thing that comes up in Google. So you can go through a number of tests to kind of validate your test. So on the left is the 100 Hz and on the right it's 50. You can see the 100 Hz is a lot more smoother than 50. A motion blur test. It's just so many tests you can do to check if your monitor is stable. Obviously you'll know in time if you see any artifacts or if there's any stuttering while you're playing, obviously for the longevity of things, but for now this is an indication that things are looking good. Sorry about the camera guys, my iPhone 5s really isn't doing this monitor any justice at all, but I just wanted to show you an outside view of how it looks, and it's really an immersive experience. I have enabled VSync, so frames per second is locked to 100, but as I can just showing you that the 100 Hz is a valid one and it is silky smooth, so it does help with racing games and other fast-paced action. And because the screen's so big, for it to be so smooth is it's so strange, but I'm definitely loving the experience so far. Okay, so time for some Battlefield 1. As you can see, I'm running 3440 by 1440 at 100 Hz.
We have taken objective
and everything's at ultra and maxed out with a 200 frames per second frame rate. But I am using VSync just to lock it to 100 frames per second just to see how much my system can maintain that. And as you can see, the GTX 1080 is an SLI, not having any issues whatsoever holding 100 frames per second. As you can see, I'm not even hitting 100% load on my GPUs, which means there's plenty of gas left in the tank basically. And as a result, my GPUs are going to be a lot cooler because they're not using maximum load. But I have to say, this is really smooth. It's incredible how silky smooth this is. This really does trump my 4K 60 frames per second experience. Because the monitor's so big, and for it to be so smooth as well, it's so immersive with this massive 21:9 aspect ratio. You know, it's hard to describe how incredible this is, but this is where it's at. If you really want to get into ultra wide gaming, then this is a good place to start. I mean, I got this for £600, and it's probably one of my best investments this year, and I'm absolutely loving it. The colors look so rich on this IPS panel. Its quality is really, you really basically see where the money's gone, and I can't recommend this monitor enough. For anyone that wants to get a high refresh rate monitor on the cheap, then this is definitely a great option. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed my little overview and unboxing. If anyone wants to see gameplay or anything like that for a specific game, let me know. I'll try and get that done for you, but I definitely will be adding a lot of 21:9, 3440 by 1440 videos on my channel from now on.